Hi there, I'm Jacqueline Blaine. I'm your instructor for 1121. Wanted to say hello. I know it's annoying to have to go out and see the video someplace else, but Open Lab is doing weird things to me. So it's typical. You may have seen me as Donna on CUNY First. That's my first name. I don't go by it. Can't convince CUNY to change it. Such is life. And it actually is important for this class because words and the language that we use make a difference. And that's a lot of what 1121 is all about. This is not a literature class. We're not going to read Hamlet. We're not going to explicate poetry. We are going to write, and we're going to write about the world you're in and the things that you and your groups are interested in and getting that information to other people. If English 1101 was about sort of figuring out who you are as a writer, 1121 is more about figuring out who you are as a communicator in this century and in this culture and society. So I love this class. I love this class. What can I say? I've been teaching it in person, online, synchronous, asynchronous for quite a while. So I hope you enjoy it. I wanted to put a couple of videos up here on this first page, just to walk you through the class, let you know a little bit about it and sort of how the website works. And the second video, I'll walk through the tools that we'll be using since we don't use Blackboard and Open Lab is kind of limited in a lot of ways. So, and I had to use Zoom to do it. What can I say? My tech world just fell completely apart. But here we go. Okay, so let me share my screen and we'll walk through the course here and I'll show you where things are. So here's our site, and obviously showing you this video is not here yet, but it will be when this is done. So here we are. This announcements page is one of the most important things because I put everything on here, and it's the page you come in on when you open up this course site. It's got assignments, it's got announcements, it's got, I don't know, all kinds of weird stuff on it, but everything gets loaded on here. So always check on this. The newest things will be on top as usual. But that's the announcements page. So do check it out. So you've already got this is week 1. We'll come back to that in the next video. Next important thing is the schedule tab. Our classes run through midnight Wednesday to the next midnight Wednesday. So we're starting on Thursday and it goes the week ends on the next Wednesday midnight. The term starts on Thursday, it's ending on Wednesday. That's made the most sense. We'll do it that way. I'll have new weekly videos up available every Thursday morning. And then I got 2 assignment windows so you can spread things out over the week, because it's a real temptation when you're doing asynchronous to just do it all at the end if it's not due. So there'll be things due on Sunday night, end of the day, and Wednesday night, end of the day. And then this has got all the assignments and links and all kinds of, stuff on here. What I do is I copy each week and put it on the announcements page. So you don't have to come find it, right? So it's always going to be there on the current announcements page for the week, right? So that's the schedule. Course info, this is the syllabus, which I'm not going to talk about too much, but I don't know why they make us do that because you're already here. Conference hours, Wednesday 1 to 2 and 5 to 6, or anytime you want to meet. It doesn't matter. Just send me a message on Slack or send me an email and we'll get together. And then this is the Zoom link. This is all the usual stuff. Since we don't have any course meetings, participation in this class, of which that's a pretty hefty chunk of the grade, means just getting stuff done, making your presence known, commenting, using all the little tools that I'm going to show you, keeping up with things. If stuff happens, let me know. That's the one thing that I ask people to do. I had a guy disappear for 2 weeks. He came back. He'd been in jail. So, okay, so we caught up, but at least he told me what was going on. It was a private conversation and it was fine with me. I'm pretty easygoing about that stuff, as long as you let me know as soon after the fact or ahead of time as possible, and then we'll deal with it, right? So this is more about the tools. This is the grading. We'll talk about this stuff later. But this is what they all are. You can see the participation is worth a good bit. Revisions, everybody's going to revise. The way the grading in this class goes is you turn in a draft, usually a revised draft, and I'll give you a grade on it. But that grade is changeable. If you do another revision, I've had grades go from a D to an A. Okay, so the revision process is really important to me. So that's That's what that's all about. This is accessibility, diversity, support things, learning outcomes, you know, whatever we've got. More about the syllabus later. This is contact info, my two City Tech, my two CUNY logins. This is the Zoom conference hour for when we want to meet. And again, you can just let me know and we can meet whenever I have a chance and whenever we can work it out together. These are the different units that we'll be doing. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but I haven't fixed a couple of these, I think, things I've noticed. But the first one, you're going to be talking about the language of a group that you're a part of. Whether it's medical, whether it's workplace, whether it's culture, all kinds of things. It's kind of fun. I've opened up the assignment a little bit this term, just to take advantage of some of the things that people are doing. The second one is it's a feature article where you talk about something that you know something about. It's called Finding Your Beat. Like if you're a dance critic, your beat is dance. What kind of dance? And you're going to write an article about it. We'll talk about it. Then we'll go on Vox. It's a typical Vox article kind of thing. The third one is you're going to take all the, some of the information that you've used here, and you're going to let a different audience know about it, whether it's a fourth grader. Do you want to talk about conjunto music, or whether it's your grandparents, or you're trying to teach them how to use Zoom? Like it can be just about anything. And it's multimedia. It can be a podcast. It can be Instagram story, carousel. It can be any number of things, TikToks, whatever you want to do. Used to do Twitter, but don't do that anymore. And then there's the final portfolio, which has got a big, long reflection, as well as the revisions of things that you've written or created through the term. But again, don't worry about these. They're just here. I've got to tweak them a little bit still. But that's where they are. Again, I'll copy part of these, or I'll link over to them when we get to those units. Google Drive is where you will upload everything. Okay. What can I say? Usually when things in here, I'll put I'll think do anything. Oh yeah, there's a little activity we're going to be doing for the unit 1. So you'll find all those within these folders too. If you've never used Google Drive or Google Docs, A, I'm surprised, and B, this is if you want to upload something, you do new and file upload and go find it in your computer. Or if you want to write something here on the drive in the folder, you do Google Docs, blank document. Okay, and you just start writing, like, ta-da, put a title on it, and there you go. That's that. So that's our drive, and everything, like I said, everything will end up living there. There we go. Back up. That's the drive. More about that later too. There's tutorials, help, and resources. This is all about how to use some of the tools. Just a lot of information that we're going to be using through the term, which I'm not going to bother to go through right now because I'll get there when we get there. College resources are things like Student Accessibility Center, Open Lab Help, Financial Aid Office, the library, those kinds of things. And then this one is specifically Open Lab Help. If this is your first time on Open Lab, this will look familiar because it's where I sent you from the Blackboard site to sign up. So that's what all this stuff is. There are things on here. I will put on the link to the Zoom on here, but I seem to have forgotten to do it, so I'll get there. And then the other thing you'll need to know that's on here is the check your grade. Now, I don't have the grade book set up yet because nobody signed up yet, but this is where you'll come and check your grades when we get there. All right, so that's pretty much it for the library information. That's pretty much it for this first video. So I'm going to turn this off and stop recording, and I'll do the second video about how to use these various tools and what the first week's assignments look like. So I will see you down below.